Hey, welcome back. Well, I have to know. I gotta know. What are these 11 tools that I may or may not know? These some of these could be game changers, so I'm excited to see what these are. But also, my buddy Clint is also always good for a laugh, so I'm excited to see this video. So, if you don't already know, Clint from the Tool Review Zone is awesome. I met him down in Ohio at Ohio Power Tool a couple years ago, and awesome guy, awesome channel. And so I'm excited to check this out. So I'm thinking, all right, I already know that I already know one of them, and that's the one that's in the thumbnail, and we'll get to that. So, but I'm thinking if I get like 7 out of the other 10 that are left, uh, then I think that's a passing score. So let's just see if I get a passing score. Let's check this out.
Today, my friends, I have not one, not two, not three, not five, not eight, not 10, but 11 new Ryobi tools that you've probably never seen before. Some of them you will like, some of them you won't, some of them you will need, some of them you won't, but I guarantee you'll probably think at least one of these, well, it's real nice like. But before we get started, I do want to let you know that I've been testing out the new Forge bat rays from Milwaukee IA. These are the ones with the new cooling packs on top. We're going to run some tests. I'm going to have that video for you in the next few days, so you want to get subscribed so you don't miss out on how these things worked out. So how this video is going to work is pretty simple. I'm going to grab a tool and I'll do a little demonstration. I'll tell you how it works, what it's used for, and I'll also leave a link in the description. Plus, I'll tag it in like right here, it'll pop up and it'll show you where you can grab this. But I really want to know if you like what I'm showing you, leave me a comment in the comment section below. Is this something you can use? Or if you don't like something that I'm showing you, leave me a comment in the comment section and tell me why you don't like it. Other than it's green and it's Ryobi. So the first one up is this right here. Now, if you have a pool such as myself, or maybe you like going to the beach such as myself, well, you've probably been around one of these inflatable rafts. Yeah, they're a real pain in the butt. I got this one stuck, and I got to deflate it. It's taken me a long time to do so. However, I'm going to blow this bad boy back up again. Now, you can see I deflated it to the point where this raft is now weak and feeble. I didn't do the outside part, I just did the inside part where you lay your butt on. Now, if you haven't already guessed it, this is the new Ryobi 4-volt inflator. Now, you are going to get 4-volt, I believe it's 2AH bat ray, but anyway, that's...
Okay, I wanted to stop for a second because I forgot to mention something, and that is that I think some of these tools might be stuff that I already know about, like previous models or something. So if they're on like, and I don't know yet because I haven't seen this, so these might all be brand new tools that I hadn't heard of. Like this inflator, I knew they also have an 18 volt, but let's say I didn't know about the 4 volt. Well, uh, I think if I knew about like a previous version of like the 18 volt, if that's what he was showing, I think that still counts. If they're on like version 87 and I'm, like, oh, I didn't know about that. I only knew about 86. I think that still counts. So just want to clarify that. But yes, I knew about this. In fact, I've thought about just for things like this, is it worth me getting into the 4 volt line? I mean, it very well might be because they're going to be more compact. They're a little more convenient. You have the added convenience of being able to charge the battery through USB Type C, and I believe even charge, like, say, your phone off of the USB Type C, if I remember right. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and see what he has to say about this thing.
where it goes. You can charge this up using a C cable, which is pretty cool, and they're pretty inexpensive. Goes in the back right here. You get a couple different attachments. You got a little blower here, and a couple different things here. You just tighten that on like such, and you attach it to that there, like so. And you also have a cool little storage area, which is also pretty real nice like. So again, this is portable. Take it to the beach, take it to the pool, whatever. You don't want to take up too much room. Anyway, we're just gonna throw this on the back. And, well, that's it. You can see it's blowing up. Now, of course, I have this sped up a little bit because, I don't want this video to get all boring and such. But, yeah, it does a good job. It's slow, but it works. So, there you go. So, even though it's not the fastest on the market, definitely not the most powerful, this is something that a lot of people can take on vacation with them if they're taking beach balls to the beach or whatever they're doing. It's very compact, very small, and easy to store. But let's move it to the next tool. So, the next one up is this. Now, this is actually considered a pro style tool. A lot of pros use this style of tool, and Ryobi being DIY, they're sort of bringing it down to the homeowner level, and these are really cool to have. And what it is the Ryobi, not Ryobi, 65-foot laser distance measure. Now, this actually takes AAA bat rays. Let me open it up. Now, a lot of companies make these, but the pros typically go for Bosch. That's like the big brand out there for these. But this actually comes with the bat rays included. You just pull that tab. Now, if you ever did need to change the bat rays on this, you just pull this little door on the back, and you can see that's where they're at, and you just close it up once you replace them. Now, you can see that the red laser is shining on my hand. This is not a toy. This is not something you want to shine in somebody's face because you blind them. That's not real nice like. Now, a lot of these, the more professional ones, you can do the circumference of the room, find the square footage and all this stuff. This is more basic. It's going to measure from the back of this unit, and you would just put it up against the wall like such, and you're going to hit this button like so. See that button right there? You're going to push it, and you can see that now it's starting to measure. So that laser is actually hitting that back wall over there, and it's telling me how far away this thing is. So if I move it, you can see this is going to change, and it's giving me different readings. Now, when I'm done with this, I get my measurement, I hit this again, and it'll freeze that, and you don't have to worry about that laser being on anymore, but it'll give you the measurement, and now you can do what you need to do with that. So that, my friends, pretty real nice like, and it's really inexpensive. Now, again, this is going to be your basic unit. You're not going to be able to do much more than just measure with this thing, but it's very easy to use. The LED screen's pretty bright. You can see it. Come on, man. Come on, man. Right there. So there you go. If you're a homeowner and you're trying to measure things out and you just don't want to deal with a tape measure all the time, well, maybe you're putting cabinets up, whatever. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know. You don't invite me over. We're not friends. I want to be friends, but you won't be friends. But anyway, that's how you use that. The next one up is this.
All right, so I did know about that one too. In fact, I saw it in down the aisle at Home Depot one time, and I did see it with the Bosch ones that he was talking about, was as well as a couple others, I believe. It's been a while. It's probably, a couple years ago now. But yeah, I knew about that one, so I think I'm 2 for 2. And what else was I gonna say? Man, I was gonna say something else about that, and now I forgot. All right, let's just keep going.
Yes. Thought Canon was supposed to have good eye focus. So this was just released a few days ago, and again, it is on the 4-volt, just like that blower that I showed you. And what's cool about this is it's a 4-in-1, so I think a lot of people might really like this. Now, Ryobi, not Ryobi, had something like this previously, and this is the new gen. But again, it's a 4-in-1. So when I say 4-in-1, what am I talking about? Well, it says 4-in-1 right there, but you can do nails. You can do 3 different types of staples. Now again, this is the 4-volt, so you're just going to open this up like such, put that down there like such, and then close it up again like such. On the bottom, this is how you load this thing up. So you're just going to push that in like such, and you push this down, and it'll slide out, and then it'll lock in. You push that down, lock in. Now again, this is a DIY thing. Some pros or prosumers might use this for small jobs, but it's not as heavy duty as a lot of the other brands out on the market. So I'm just throwing this out. This is for like small jobs. Now, the one nice thing that Ryobi did for us is they actually added every type of fastener they speak about. So you have your staples, your different types of staples, and even some brad nails. So this will also shoot brad nails. So we're going to go with our standard staple.
All right, so I did know about this one too. In fact, the only thing I wasn't really sure about is how much power this thing would have compared to like the 18-volt stuff or some of the other brands, like whether it's like the Milwaukee M12 or M18, DeWalt. Um, so the one that I do have is the Airstrike 18 gauge brad nailer. So that's on their 18, the One Plus platform, not the 4-volt. But I thought about this because it does look like it would be handy to have something so small. I mean, sometimes you don't need something that's just like, huge and heavy and whatever, and you just need to fire a few staples into something. I mean, so I could see something like this being handy. So I don't know. I did know about this one, but yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get it or not.
And we'll just take this, and you're just going to go upside down. These staples are going to go upside down like such, and you're going to close this down, and that's all there is to it. Now, you do have a safety switch on the bottom here, so this thing's not going to fire unless this is compressed. And I
Also forgot to say that yeah, Ryobi usually does. Clint would say, "Ryobi, not Ryobi." They would they usually do include a lot of that cool stuff. They'll usually include some fasteners, or if it's a saw, they'll at least include like at least one blade. They'll usually include like some different things, like the um, the multi tool. They actually include a lot of different accessories in with that, sandpaper and the different things that you can use it with. And so I thought that was actually really cool, that they do this. So let's keep going.
Going, oh, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm a man. So we have a 1x here, and this will be perfect for our demonstration. So if you're doing molding or whatever you're doing, again, I don't know, because we ain't that close, apparently. Makes me sad. Anyway, let's try the staples. Now, why I tell you this is a DIY or not a professional grade is because there's no depth adjustment on this. So it's come as you are type of deal. You can pull that trigger and you can see it's ready to go, or should I say green to go, but you're not going to be able to adjust the depth on this. It's going to be what it is. So we're going to push down on here. All right, here.
Okay, I thought he said depth. The first time he said it, I thought he said depth adjustment. I'm like, wait a minute. He must have said depth adjustment, because I don't know what a depth adjustment is. I don't even want to know.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hmm. 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 What's it not focusing? Let me go a couple more here.
What are the noises, Clint?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's try the brad nails. You can see how they go on the side right here. We'll see how this does. Mm. 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 Oh. So all the staples sank them pretty good, except for this one's kind of, and then this one's really. And this is what I mean, you have no adjustment for your depth, and this is softer wood, it's pine, and I couldn't even sink the brad nails flush, so this is for like really thin material. So all in all, the 4-in-1, it's okay. Again, I wish it just had a little bit more oomph to drive those down a little bit further. It does leave those standing out a little bit prominent, more prominent than I would like them to. But that's the new 4-in-1. Now the next two up are sort of like the previous one that I showed you, and well, let me show you. So the first one up is for like bicycle tires and smaller items. The next one up is for bicycle tires and smaller items, but also larger items like your car, truck tires. So the first one up is the PCL001 18-volt. And you can see on the bottom where the battery goes, you have your different connectors. Now it's super simple to use. All you do is take your battery down here and you can wind your cord up like such, and then stick your tail up on top. So you can hit your power, it's gonna pop up here. You can set how much PSI you want, and then once you reach that, it'll shut off automatically. So let me show you. You can see the digital screen right here, and if I hit the plus button, 36, 37, 38, 40, 45, we go all the way up. It's one at a time. Go to 62, 67, 70 PSI. How much PSI do you need? Or you can go all the way down. I mean, 97 PSI, 104 PSI. Okay, you're pushing it there. I strongly believe that you are getting nowhere near 105 PSI with this tool. However, it does do a really good job pumping up those smaller items. Like I said, with the bike tires, use this multiple times for the kids' tires and such. You can hit the power. It's a little loud, a little annoying. And that's your off. And again, that's your power. So you just hold that in for a second, it'll power down, push it again, it'll power on, and then you can adjust that PS.
He's right. It does sound annoying. It kind of sounds like someone snoring, but but yeah, I have seen this before. I think he made a video of this before. So yeah, this is cool. I haven't bought it because I already have an air pump. I mean, this would be a lot more compact than what I have, but it does look cool. I mean, this would be super handy to be able to, like, if you're going on a long bike ride and you want to be able to, pump your tire up. If you sometimes on a bicycle you'll have the tires just going flat over a period of you know um, in a couple hours or something. Well, if you're in one of those situations and you need to ride your bike somewhere, this could be super handy because this would be small enough to just, throw in a backpack or whatever, and you could take it with you. The one that I have would not be that small. You wouldn't really want to do that. I mean, I guess you could if you absolutely had to, but you really wouldn't want to. This would be a lot more handy for that.
Side, which it does a really good job shutting off automatically. All right, put that in like such. Oh, by the way, you have your tools on the bottom here, your different tips. Just the tip. Put that down in there. You got your power. Turn that on. You got your LED light. Works the same way, but definitely has more oomph because it's larger. And you got the hose over here, so you can pump up your pool stuff. And like we were showing you, I like that. And it connects like such, so you can take this, put it in there, connect it, all that good stuff. But not only will this suck, it will also blow. So I can take this, put it in here if I wanted to, or I could take it out and put it in here. And that's the fan and such. Now on the back you have another tip as well, so if you want to blow up that pool raft, this is definitely faster than both of the ones that I showed you previously. It works very well. I've blown up my truck tires. As you can see, I have pretty big truck tires. I'm a man. But this does a really good job. I'll turn this on real quick, and you can... a little lower in frequency. Still kind of annoying, but definitely better. You can feel that blowing out there. And such. You also have that, let me show you. This is actually where you attach it to your truck vehicle, so, or your car, or whatever. I don't know what you drive because you won't tell me. You don't want to be my friend. So this right here just goes right onto the stem, and yeah, that's it. Goes on, then locks on. It's already built in, and you just wrap it up. So I really do like this unit. This is the BCL031. So the next one up is another 4-volt tool. As you can see, it's a light. Now I like these little baby lights. It's got a little clamp right here, so if you got a desk or a chair, or you're sitting out on a beach or out by the pool, well, you can take this with you and pretty much clip it anywhere. I like to ride this on my bike. As you can see, I look pretty darn cool on my bike. But as you can see, if I'm riding all by myself at night and I'm scared, well, I just hit this light here. I can go riding on the roads and not have to worry about being scared no more. Now, not only does this clip, you can clearly see that there's a magnet right there. You got 3 of them here, 2 of them here. And you can also place it on that sweet, sweet toolbox. Now, what I do like about this is you can swing this the whole way around 360. And you can go up, down, and such. So you can adjust this to wherever you need it to be. Now this is IP54 water dust resistant. You can also use this on your Link system. They're stating 10 hours of runtime for this. I'm guessing that's going to be on low. 1000 lumens on high, 300 on medium, and 75 on low. Now this next one up here is pretty cool. Me personally, I won't use.
Okay, I did see this before. This one that he just showed, the little clamp light. However, I didn't realize that you could use it on the Link system. I didn't remember that. So I don't know if that counts. I think I still get the point because I heard of it. I knew about the tool. I just didn't know about that feature. So I don't know. We'll count it.
Use it a lot, but I'm sure there's some people out there that will get some use out of this. This, my best friend forever, is the Ryobi, not Ryobi, heat pen. Now, what's cool about this is that you got a couple different modes. You got the off, low, and high. On the bottom, you got some tool accessory storage. Temperature on low is 450, temperature on high is 750 degrees Fahrenheit. And how this works is, well, it's a heat gun, basically. Oh, I'm sorry, YouTube. Did I use the 3-letter word of GUN? So basically how this works is
Cancel.
You can turn it on high, turn it on low, turn it on medium. But if you wanted to, this is basically for like shrink wrapping, or if you need to remove paint, if you needed to take an adhesive off. It just gives you a little bit more control because instead of holding it all the time, this will sit in a stand like such. Well, you would turn it on first. And then you can set it in there, and then you can work underneath it because this will set up high enough like such, and then you can run your, I don't know, whatever you're doing, your wiring, your adhesive, what, I don't know, you just do this, and you can take it off. That's 750 degrees right there. Definitely not the most powerful heat tool on the market, but you can definitely feel that heat blowing out. So if there is a sticker that you need to get off something, or if there was something you need to melt a little bit, well, this will work pretty well for you, and it's a little bit more controlled than a larger heat tool. YouTube. And again on the bottom.
Okay, so first of all, no, I don't remember seeing this one before, but that does look pretty cool. I could see it being useful for a few things. Like I bought some new trash cans, and I I was trying to peel off these stupid stickers that came on them, and they were just tearing. It looked crappy, and I used a heat gun, and of course the heat gun, will get super hot, and so you have to keep moving the thing. This might be actually a little more handy for something like that. Little tasks like that, taking off little stickers or whatever, things like that. So that is cool. And Clint, you got to be careful with that three-letter word, man. You're gonna end up in the YouTube gulags.
You have a smaller little nozzle and you got a deflector here. Come on, man. See that? It's like a little baby one. So what exactly do we have going on right here? Well, this is the all new updated Ryobi router. This is the PBLRR01. Just by looking
Oh yeah. So I know about this one. Unfortunately, I don't have this one yet. I have the old one, and haven't done a video on it. And I thought about it, but now I don't know if I want to do a video on it because there's this one. But maybe it would still be useful for some people. I don't know. We'll see. Let me know what you think in the comments. But yeah, so I knew about this one.
Looking at this thing, I can tell you this is a massive upgrade compared to the previous models. This one here reminds me almost exactly of the rigid router, the one that came out a couple of years ago, and that's a good router. Now, I had the previous Ryobi routers, and they did a really good job. However, build quality on this compared to the other ones, just touching this thing, is leaps and bounds better. You also have that micro adjustment, macro, whatever, I don't know. What do you say, macro, micro? Either or, that's where that's at, and it works very real nice like. Got the on and off switch up on top. You also have your speed adjustment. You also have your call-it lock, so you just push this here and then you can take that out. In the box, you're gonna get an edge guide, and again, much better than what they used to give you. This definitely feels like what Rigid used to put out, the previous gen. This definitely feels close to that. But you would just put this in. There's a couple screws that go in here and one in here, and then you can just adjust that back and forth. You're also going to get your vacuum attachment here, so that's pretty cool. And it is a nice vacuum attachment. Not like chintzy cheap, but pretty solid. And this little bag, don't throw this away because this is where all the screws are gonna be and your little incy bincy baby wrench. Now, just in case you don't know, this is a 1/4 inch collet. You're not gonna be able to put in a 1/2 inch or anything like that. You're gonna be able to put it in your 18-volt bat ray and got the LED light on the bottom. Is that 2 of them? You got 2 of them. Base plate on this, not huge, smaller. You got a little lip on here, so it does give you something to hang on a little bit. But all in all, this is very cool. So 15 to 30,000 RPM on this. So 15 on low, 30,000 on high. And anytime you're looking, just an FYI, at a Ryobi tool and it says HP, this is their high performance. This is the best of the best when it comes to Ryobi. So that's the top of the line when it comes to the Ryobi brand. Look for the HP, and this is what this is. It's an HP, brushless. See, all in all, feels pretty freaking good in the hands. I'm actually, from just what I'm seeing, you want to see more of this, let me know in the comment section below. We'll do a full video on this because I think it sort of deserves a full video. Let me know. But yeah, I like the way this feels. It's definitely more compact and feels more like that rigid previous model. So not bad. Now the next one up is
All right, so yeah, like I said, I knew about that one. Um, I think that's cool, Clint. I'd like to see that full video. Um, I don't know. Um, it seems like I don't know. Maybe instead of upgrading to that one, I might just. Uh, I'm thinking about getting the Milwaukee M18 that's got the um, you can use either half or a 1/4 inch shank bits in it. Um, but that does look cool. I know the old one that I have doesn't have the variable speed, so you can use it with different materials as easily. So that is a really cool feature. I do wish that mine had the edge guide like that, but I don't know. We'll see. I might upgrade. Who knows?
It's the new Ryobi, not Ryobi, HP multi-tool or oscillating tool. Again, feels leaps and bounds better in the hands than the previous model. You got this sort of neck design here where it sort of like, I don't know, contours to your hand a little bit better. I like this. Never had one that was designed like this before, but it's actually pretty real nice like. So that's cool. Got the lock switch over here. So if I push this, I don't want to hold that trigger in all the time. Can I say trigger, YouTube? Is that okay? Is that all right with you? If you want to let that go, that's fine. And then just push it again. It goes down. You got a different setting mode right here. So you scroll the wheel. A little bit tougher to maneuver than some of the other models. Some of them are digital out on the market. This is just your analog, which is fine. A lot of people say, oh, I like the analog better, lest they go wrong. So you can switch that up to high and then down to low. I do like the easy release. So up on top, very easy to switch out your blades, put a blade in, take a blade out, or your sanding pad. It used to be that you'd have to release a nut or a bolt up on top. Now you got that quick release where you just pull that up and you can see that that opens it up. Watch this, watch that, right there. Come on, focus, baby. Focus on me. See how it lifts it up? Yeah, see that? Yeah. So now you don't have to worry about screwing around and messing around with, you know, a bolt or losing a bolt. You just do that and that's pretty good. 10,000.
That is cool. I had the old one, and the thing actually ran like a champ for a long time until, well, okay, so I'm allergic to bee stings and wasps and hornets and stuff like that. So um, I was up replacing some fascia on a garage, and there was a concrete parking area next to the garage. So I'm up on this ladder and trying to saw off some wood there with my old one, my old Ryobi multi tool, and yeah, these um, I saw a swarm, and so I didn't even wait to find out exactly what those things were. I don't know if they were hornets or wasps. I saw them coming and heard them coming, and I threw the multi tool down on the ground. Unfortunately, it landed on the concrete and it broke it. But I jumped down off the ladder, ran in the house, and yeah, uh, not good when you're allergic to those kind of things and you don't have an EpiPen. But anyhow, so I had the old one. It worked okay, but honestly, I like my M12 much better. This one looks like it would be a lot better than that old one. So I really like that quick lock system. That is cool.
To 20,000 RPM. So again, you adjust this all the way down this way to 0. That's off. It's not going to turn back on. You scroll it all the way back to the top. 20,000 RPM. Come back down. I'm gonna go. It won't let me. Now the other nice thing about this is it's actually pretty freaking light. Now I only have a 2H battery on here, but you're only looking at a couple pounds with this. But I really do like this design. Like, I don't know, it's kind of cool. Everything else is like all the other brands are like straight on, but this here, it kind of gives you a little bit of an ergonomic difference. So again, this is DIY stuff. Even though this is HP, you might get away with your prosumer, a couple jobs here and there, but this is a DIY tool. However, much better than the previous models. All right, so the next one up is the new Ryobi HP grinder. Now, you're gonna get a few things in this. You can either get it in the kit or tool only. If you get it in the kit, it's gonna be a 4AH. It comes with it and the charger. It is a paddle. It's only one speed, not variable speed, one speed. On the pro grinders, you usually get like 1, 2, 3, 4 speeds. This right here is just this. Now you will get the grinding wheel, you will get a cutoff wheel, you're gonna get the guard, which is an easy guard to use, a secondary guard, and that sweet handle with a built-in wrench, which is actually pretty cool that they put the wrench in the handle. That's a smart idea. Now Ryobi did go a little bit above and beyond. Instead of just adding the left and the right, which a lot of people do, they went left, right, and up on top. So if I'm using this as a cutter, I can put this down and then slice and dice like such. So I do appreciate that Ryobi is trying to integrate kind of cool ideas. Like, I've never seen this before, and I like that. This is a nice place to store the wrench instead of putting it down somewhere in the toolbox and then losing it. I like that they have the easy adjust guard and such on this. I do like the design. I do like that it's lighter and up to 9,000 RPM on this grinder. I do want to point out real quick though that the brake on this thing is definitely not the best. It is a slower stop where a lot of the other professional grade grinders are going to stop much faster for you. And last but not least, I think this tool here is pretty cool, and many people
So I knew about that one. I do have the old one. Don't think I'm going to upgrade anytime soon. If I do upgrade, it probably won't be to that one because I do think that there are better options out there that on some of the platforms that I have. But hey, for the right person, that does look like a great tool.
can use this. Actually, probably more pros than regular DIYers because they would be doing this type of job more. But this is something I picked up at the Home Depot for a couple bucks a year ago, and I forgot that I had it sitting here. And it's, well, this. This is the hinge pin remover and installer. Now, anybody that has a door on their home or apartment or whatever that needs
This is the one that was in the thumbnail. I already knew about it. I have it and I used it recently. Yeah, it works great. I mean, it really works well compared to like, what you could do. Some people take like if you have a thin enough screwdriver or maybe a nail or something like that, and you can put it in there and try to, tap the pin up. But this works much easier. It's way easier to do it with this. That the little housing holds it in the perfect place in order to be able to use it is great. I actually have another one here since he said this is the last one. I have one that I'll show that I thought was very handy that has to do with doors.
needs to remove that door, you know you got those metal pins that you need to take out. And instead of getting a screwdriver and trying to bump it out or whatever, this is a tool that you basically put on those hinges. So if I'm taking them out, you see that pin right there. You use this pin to take out the pin and you tap it with your hammer and it's going to pop that pin out. And I'm not actually going to do this because, well, I don't want to remove my pin, but again, it just goes on like such. You put it up underneath there, smack that with the hammer, and it knocks. What I was saying was it will knock the pin out. So you just tap it with the hammer, pin comes out, you don't have to worry about messing with these things. And what's really cool about this is it's simple, it's easy to use, and many people can use this for a couple bucks and you might not have known about it. And to be completely honest, sometimes these little inexpensive $1 or $2 tools are things that I like way better than the more expensive tools just because they come in way more handy. So let me know what you think about the tools that you've seen before. If you want to see the new Wakai Forge, well, stick around, get subscribed, and we'll do that this weekend. Back more videos soon.
All right. So I knew about that, and so as I said, that was the one that was in the thumbnail that I knew about. I was waiting for that to pop up in the video. So really, um, I knew about all of them except for really just that second air pump that he showed that was a little bit bigger. Um, or no, I guess that was the third one because you had the 4 volt, but then he had the two new, the one that looked like almost similar to that power supply that I have that pops on and you have a couple USB ports and a 110 outlet on it. Um, and then he had the bigger one that reminds me it's almost the shape of that lantern that I have that I did a video on, and that thing works okay. Um, but anyway, there is a tool that I wondered if it was going to be in this video because of that hinge pin popper. And that I'll see if I can either find it and I'll put some B-roll on the screen right now. But if not, I'll go online. I'll get it. I believe it's called the a door trimmer or something like that. But basically, you chuck the thing up in your drill. It's got a helical blade in it, and it's got a handle on it, and you basically can. Sorry, guys, I don't know if you could hear that, but my Echo Dot interrupted us. It's an automation where at dusk I have lights come on and I have it announce some different things. So, anyhow, back to what I was saying, there is a tool that basically it shaves your door. You chuck the thing up in your drill, you can adjust it to different width doors, and you just grab the handle and you grab your drill, you pull the trigger, and you just run it up and down the edge of the door. So if you've got an old door that's been painted 100 times, that can help a lot. and it's very handy. You don't have to take the door off and use a planer. And sometimes with a planer, you end up getting splinters out of there. I mean, not in your finger, but you have the wood that actually will sometimes splinter because of the joints. I had one that really the planer, the plane that I had, just a hand plane, made a kind of a mess, and I had to sort of put things back together, and that was a pain. So that little shaver is really handy. The only thing is that it doesn't take off very much at one time. You really have to go over the door quite a bit in order to get off if you've got a lot to take off. So in that case, maybe a hand plane or an electric planer or whatever might be a little bit better. Not a desktop planer, but you know what I mean, like a battery powered plane. Anyhow, um, so that is it. That's awesome. Clint, thank you so much for making this video. That was a fun video to watch, and I will hope you guys found this fun and interesting, and we'll see you next time.